Boom, what up, internet and Pythonistas on YouTube. Welcome to another Python web scripting tutorial number 21. And today, and in this video, we're going to talk about storing data and working with media files. And before I do that, I would just like to say thank you for watching and coming to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and if you, at the end of the video, if you like the video, please hit the like button, share the video, or comment on the video, and you can get access to the source code from these videos and all of my other videos at the link described here. You can also find the link in description where you can sign up for a membership, and that way you can help support me so I can continue make these videos with lots of content. And the membership side is growing day by day. There are lots of content that's going to be added there over time, so please do check that out. There's tons of value for you there. So, storing data, although printing out to the terminal is a lot of fun, it's not incredibly useful when it comes to data aggregation and analysis. In order to make the majority of web scrapers remotely useful, we need to be able to save the information that what they scrape. So in this video series that are coming, we will look at three main methods of data management that are sufficient for almost any imaginable application. So question is, do you need to power the backend of a website or create your own API? Then you'll probably want your scrapers to write to a database. Do you need a fast and easy way to collect some documents off the internet and put them on your hard drive? Then you'll probably want to create a file stream for that. Or if you need occasional alerts or aggregated data once a day, then you need to set up a service like sending yourself an email. So above and beyond web scraping, the ability to store and interact with large amounts of data is incredibly important for just about any modern programming application. So in the coming videos, it's really important that the information that you get is necessary for implementing many of the examples that are coming in the later videos in the tutorials. So I highly recommend that you get yourself familiar with automated data storage. So let's talk about media files. There are two main ways to store media files. It's by reference and by downloading the file itself. You can store a file by reference simply by storing the URL that the file is located at. This has several advantages. Scrapers run much faster and require much less bandwidth when they don't have to download files. And you save space on your own machine by storing only the URLs. And it's also easier to write code that only stores URLs and doesn't need to deal with additional file downloads. And you can lessen the server load on the host server by avoiding large file downloads. But there are also some disadvantages of just having it by reference. When embedding these URLs in your own website or application is known as hot linking, and doing it is a very quick way to get you in hot water on the internet. You do not want to use someone else's server cycles to host media for your own applications. Another disadvantage is the file hosted at any particular URL is subject to change. This might lead to embarrassing effects if, say, you're embedding a hot linked image on a public blog. And if you are storing the URLs with the intent to store the file later for further research, this might eventually go missing or be changed to something completely irrelevant at a later date. And also, real web browsers do not just request a page's HTML and move on. They download all the assets required by the page as well. Downloading files can help make your scraper look like an actual human in browsing the site, which can be an advantage. So if you're debating over whether to store a file or simply a URL to a file, you should ask yourself whether you're likely to actually view or read that file more than once or twice, or if this database of files is just going to be sitting around gathering electronic dust for most of its life. If the answer is the latter, it's probably best to simply store the URL. If it's the former, then let's look at the Python 3.x URL request.url retrieve. So this can be used to download files from any remote URL. So let's do that. And I'll go over the files first. This is a simple example. And you can download all these files from the download link that I mentioned. So what this does is this downloads the logo from pythonscraping.com and stores it as a logo.jpg in the same directory that the script is running from. So let's go to our command line, and for this purpose I'm using Linux. I'm using Mint Linux because there was some problem on the Windows. So I will use Linux for this. Hot linked or symlinked my Python 3 script execution file with Py3, and it should get the logo. Here's the logo. So that's a very, very simple script. So this works well. This file works well if we only need to download a single file and know what to call it and what the file extension is. But most scrapers don't download a single file and call it a day. So this file here, this script here, will download all internal files linked to by any tags src here. It will download all internal files linked to any tags src attribute from the homepage pythonscraping.com. So if we run this file, so it has gathered everything in the downloaded folder, and here we have and I know that it's going to, and under the sites it will create a very, very big folder structure. So this file, this script is also available to download from the download link, which is in the description. So just one note on caution for this script is that so you know that all those warnings you hear about downloading unknown files off the internet. So this script downloads everything it comes across to our computer's hard drive. This includes random bash scripts, .exe files, and other potential malware. So if you think you're safe because you never actually execute anything sent to your download folder, especially if you run this program as an administrator, you're asking for trouble. So the next time you run a Python script from the command line, you could actually be deploying malware on your machine. So be very careful. So this program or script is written for illustrative purposes only, and it should not be randomly deployed without more extensive file name checking. And it should only be run in an account with limited permissions. As always, backing up your files, not storing sensitive information on your hard drive, and a little common sense go a long way. So this script uses a lambda function to select all tags on the front page that have SCRC attribute, then cleans and normalizes the URLs to get an absolute path for each download, making sure to discard external links. Then each file is downloaded to its own path in the local folder, which is called downloaded on our own machine. So notice that Python's OS module is used briefly to retrieve the target directory for each download and create missing directories along the path if needed. The OS module acts as an interface between Python and the operating system, allowing it to manipulate file paths, create directories, and get information about running processes and environment variables, and many other useful things. So this is it for this video, and like I said, I've used Linux for this purpose, and because there was some problem with using it on Windows, I think Mac would be fine. So definitely use this script on Linux, and in the future I'll try to fix it for Windows. And that's it for this video, and again, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the like button, share the content, or make a comment. And as mentioned, you can get access to the source code, which is in the link in the description. That way you can support me, and I'll show you guys where you can find it. It's already here. This is the first file, and this is the second file. So once you have subscribed to this membership, you will be able to get access to all of these files from earlier tutorials as well. So okay, that's it for this video, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Thanks. Bye bye, guys.